Alright, check out my purchase. Ain't she a beaut? Something about this thing ain't just right though. I'm not sure what to make of it. Yeah. But if that wasn't all, wait a minute. Right there. It's got 6.0 liters. So I've heard this truck run once a couple years ago. I don't know if it'll still run, but it's got all sorts of good stuff. Hydro boost. I mean, you name it. It's nice too. Probably brown recluse or something like that. Gaps are a little off though. It's got some nice bins. Yeah. Got raincoats. Look here. Pair of, oh, I thought them were Oakleys, but they ain't. They're Rebels only. Only Rebels. Yeah. I don't know if you can see there, but you see what the trouble is? That's not supposed to be like that. You might see it better there with the light. See? The frame's just broke right off. The only thing holding it from hitting the ground is the cab. Let's see if it'll run. Heard the fuel pump. Battery's dead. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's a little brisk. I'll bet you it's 35 degrees out there. Yeah, a little brisk. But anyway, I can't do any shop work now. I gotta go outside and dig a ditch. So, that'll be fun. Well, my heart rate's up. I've been digging for an hour with a shovel and I ain't found what I thought I was gonna find easy. So, I'm gonna go into town and get me a mini excavator, I think. That's what am I gonna do? I was getting on this on-ramp here a minute ago and a Prius in front of me kicked it and a little puff of white smoke come out. I don't know if that was from the brushes or what. Huh. Alright, I done my ditch digging. Now I'm fooling with this thing. I put a battery in it. It fires and quits. Fires and quits. So I put my scanner on it. It says it's, I forgot what the code was. It's not getting theft deterrent signal. P1626. Anyway, my cousin the guru says leave the key on for 10 minutes, turn it off, and try that. So I'm trying that. I don't have any pixie dust to put on the dash, but if I did, I would. And while I was doing that, the Amazon people came by and they brought me these batteries in that box. And they brought me these batteries in that box. I ordered those batteries because I tried to use both of them welding hats the other day and neither one would work, so that's inconvenient. There, so got both of those working again. That's good. New batteries. 2 of them are made in China. 2 of them are made in Indonesia. Seems like we ought to make some stuff around here. Alright, we've tried a few things, but it still does the same thing. Here, I'll show you. Well, maybe I won't show you, but anyway, you put it in, crank it, it'll fire up and run a second quick. So I'm going to pull this apart, and I've done some searching on the YouTubes, and I think I may have the answer, so I'm going to try that. I'll show you when I get it. Alright, apparently this wire right here gets loose or whatever. It don't do right. So that's what I'm going to do and see if it cranks and starts now. Still does the same thing. Mess with it some more. Alright, the next thing I'm going to try is I'm going to cut the two left wires there and see what happens. Well, I just cut them and you see what it does. Alright, so I pulled them down here. I'm going to strip them and twist them together. See what happens then. Alright, see there, now they're twisted together. Let's see what happens. Probably will do the same thing. So I think we got to do the relearn procedure. Let me look that up for a second. Well, I did it like one video said, and let it go for 10 minutes and it wouldn't start. So I'm going to try the 30-minute one. I don't think it makes a difference if the dash ain't in it. I don't know if it does or not. Anyway, I ain't got a dash to put in it. Alright, we've completed the 30-minute, relearn procedure. Let's see what happens. Same crap. Anyways, I'm done for today. Well, it's Friday morning, the day after Thanksgiving. It looks like it might have rained a little bit, but since this is the day after Thanksgiving, I ain't got to work. So I'm going to see if I can make this thing run today. I got to confess, I ordered the HP tuners. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with it, but turn the VATS off on this thing so it'll run more than 1 second. But I'm going to try and experiment, and I'll bring you along while I do it. See if it's a low buck way of turning the VATS off, because it'd be real handy if I could crank this thing up and move it out of my way. It will run. Leaves are falling everywhere. Sipping some coffee. Alright, so on this truck, which I bought, it'll crank right up, run for a second, and quit. And the reason it's doing that is because the pass lock system is not functioning for whatever reason. So you could fix all that. I'm not sure. I've messed around and done a million things that's supposed to fix it, but it has not. So what I'm gonna do, my cousin sent this to me on some S10 forum. What you're supposed to do is take the computer out of a running vehicle, which right here is one. I'm going to take the computer out of it, put this computer in that, crank it up, unplug the body control module, which is up under the dash, up under there, and then while it's running, and then shut the truck off, and then take the computer that was in that truck that I put in this truck and cranked it up and unplugged the body module while it was running. I'm going to take that computer and put it back in that truck, and it's supposed to have made it so the pass lock can't work. Seems a little far-fetched to me, but what do I got to lose? It's nothing but time. Well, here's a little dilemma. This truck's got blue and red connectors because it's drive-by cable. And this one's got blue and green because it's drive-by wire. But my cousin, the guru, says it won't hurt anything to try this. They just want to know throttle. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to roll the dice. Well, that won't work because it won't plug up. There's a little locator pin right there that is different between the red and the green. So, looks like the internet was wrong, and my cousin the guru is a little bit wrong, and I'm just learning because I ain't no guru and don't know squat. One thing about it, with quadrajets, you ain't got to worry about bull crap like this. Well, as I understand it, the green is usually for drive-by wire. So this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna put this back together. We shouldn't take but a couple of minutes. And then I got a Yukon out there. I'll just go get it. That's a 01, I think. But it's got the pass lock 2 because it's got the fat key. And this has got the skinny key. So maybe that one will work. Look at this thing, 341,000 miles on it. We replaced the engine, I don't know, maybe 25,000 miles ago, maybe. That's because a certain young lady didn't check the oil as much as she should had. Otherwise, it'd still be running. These things are good vehicles. They really are. Alright, now we got this one pulled up here. Let's pull them plugs off and see what we got. This could possibly work. Blue-green. Blue-green. Trouble is, I think this is pass lock 3 and this is pass lock 2. And I think the difference is in the key. It tells you this has got the little bitty skinny key, and that's got the fat key, but we'll see what happens. Alright, I got the computer from that truck and this one, which is a 02 Yukon, I think. 5.3, 6 liter. Let's see if it'll start. It does the same thing as the one in the other truck. It will not start. Well, it's a big shocker, but sometimes what you read on the internet ain't true. So this deal did not work. And the guy says right in his little description, it doesn't matter what year or anything like that. Well, apparently it does. So it appears to me if you want to unlock your VATS, you better get HP tuners or send it off. Alright, the whole computer's pulted back up. Let's see, make sure we didn't cook nothing with our little experiment. Well, it runs now. So, I guess everything's okay. No harm, no foul, they say. I wonder why that oil pressure needle does that. 186,000 miles. This is a pretty good one here. Why do I have it? I don't know. Alright, so I guess I've come to the conclusion that I'm just going to have to wait for my HP tuners to show up, which they haven't. It's not going to be here till next week, I guess. Probably due to the holidays. Now, before you think, this idiot, messing around. I did this experiment on stuff I don't have to drive to work tomorrow. I felt the pain. I struggled, so you don't have to. Or at least that's how I'm rationalizing it. Hear that? That's right. It's running now. So after all the games I played, hooking wires and holding my breath, and cycling the ignition and swapping computers and all the other bull crap I found on the internet, I spent a couple $100 more than it cost for the truck, and bought a computer and HP tuners and studied on that half a day. Finally called the neighbor over, and he'd done it before on Hondas. I guess some of the rules still apply, but anyway, he helped me get it figured out enough to where we can make her run. So now it does just what it's supposed to, and it dries. So I guess that's a win. Nowadays, you don't like what it's doing, you don't just spend a bunch of money on a computer and then push some buttons and it makes it stop doing what you don't want it to. Before you had to turn wrenches.